All right, you guys want to see me do the splits like Jake Paul?
Yeah.
Shoot, guys, I'm watching BTS. Hold on.
Oh, no. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Noodles at Noon, the show that focuses on things that are not worth focusing on. I am your host, who has spent a considerable amount of his life playing Fortnite, unfortunately. And I am Ben. We are joined, as always, by our co-host, who spends far more of a considerable amount of his life playing the Nintendo 64 for some reason. It is Noah. Welcome, Noah.
Thank you. Yes, Fortnite. There's no reason to play Fortnite when GoldenEye on the 64 exists. It's the greatest game ever made.
Okay. And we are joined this week by our special guest who once bought a Xbox One for $35, I believe. It's Michael.
This is factual. It still works to this day. I'm glad because it's only been like 2 months since I bought it. But it still works. And
Have you used it?
A little bit. I'll use it more when I move and, invite people over to play it. Because I think that's how Xbox is best enjoyed. Otherwise, I have a PC right here that plays games for me. I don't even have to touch it.
It just auto plays the games for you? You just sit back and watch?
Well, I have been playing a simulation game. Ben was playing OOTP baseball season game a while ago. And I have started playing a sim type game where, yes, the game plays itself. And I just kind of intervene here and there. And the game just simulates.
Do you enjoy that?
Is it the hockey one?
I enjoy it. Is it what, Ben?
Is it the hockey one?
I didn't buy the hockey one because it was too expensive. I'm doing a motorsport one.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky to rock a rhyme that rocks on time. To ride on time is tricky. It's tricky.
It's tricky.
Did you guys ever get into like the tycoon games, like building a roller coaster tycoon or restaurant or prison tycoon or all the different
Zoo Tycoon on the Nintendo DS?
We had Zoo Tycoon and Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Nice.
I think it was like a double feature.
Ooh. I had like a ripoff. It wasn't Roller Coaster Tycoon, but it was some other one that was basically that. But you could actually ride the rides in like a first-person perspective. And it was awesome. I would just make them go up as high as possible and then drop suddenly and then like lead to nowhere. So you just like crash into the ground at full speed.
That's lovely.
That's very like troubling, actually.
It's very troubling because it has scream sound effects too that you can adjust, like how intense.
No,
you
I
want
didn't
the
mean the
screams to
game.
be.
I meant you.
Well, if the game gave me permission to do that, so I'm absolved of all blame. The game gave me the ability to do that, so that's really not my fault.
All right. This moral conundrum brought to you by Noodles at Noon. You can check us out at noodlespodcast.com or
noodlespodcast.com
or anywhere podcasts are available, like Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and coming to you this week from Noah knows this one. He's the one who set it up.
Oh yes, I did. It's that little voice you hear in your bathroom when you live in a townhouse and all of your bathrooms are really close together and you can hear everybody else in their bathrooms. This is not personal experience, except it's totally personal experience. But instead of hearing your neighbors arguing in the bathroom next to you, you just hear the Noodles podcast playing and it's beautiful.
I do all of my arguing in the bathroom of townhomes. So
and you don't even live in a townhome, so you have to go to somebody else's house.
I go to your house and have my arguments.
Just so everyone else can hear.
The other place?
Where?
On topicplease.com because I didn't ask the timing, so there's potential it came out yesterday as of when we released this. But Ben and Noah is going to be doing something that he's going to talk about in a little bit, but Ben and I are going to be on Topic Please doing the reverse crossover. So if you want to hear your two favorite hosts of Noodles at Noon, you can go check us out on Topic Please on Sunday, which was yesterday. Maybe. I don't know. Unless they're releasing it a week late. I didn't ask. So
we'll put that on the website if it's coming out next week or if it's out. If it's out, we'll link to it. And if not, we'll say check back in a week and we'll talk about it next week.
Sorry, I just get really excited. I got a text message, and it's a friend's dog with my brother's dog.
Oh.
Sorry. What were we talking about?
Your weekly update?
Oh, my weekly update. Well, this week, I had the wonderful opportunity to change an air filter. Not in my car, but in my home. I went into the crawl space with the air filter. I removed the old one, replaced it with a new one. While I was down there, my dad handed me a wrench, and he was like, hey, go turn on the sprinkler water. So I went and I turned on the sprinkler water.
Cool.
Okay, hold up. Question. So I had the thought just now. It's been about a year since I changed my air filter in our house because we did it about when we moved in. And so I Googled, how often should you change your home air filter? And this thing says 60 days. Does anybody do that?
No, they're tripping.
Oh.
I heard 6 months. And ours, we did about 6 months. But it's a good idea to change it because we had the fires last year that lasted for 3 months. And they clogged up our filter real bad. So
that's a really good point.
Very recently. And they sell them in packs of 2 often. So it works out because then you just buy one pack for a year.
Mine came in a pack of 1.
Maybe you have a smaller filter because ours is really wide and long, but they do have ones that are like half as thick.
Ours has like a special notch in it, so you have to buy like a specific brand of air filter that's more expensive.
Who does that?
It's really nice.
That's mean. Ours is, actually, I took a picture of it because every time we go to replace our air filter, my dad is like, do you remember what size it is? So then I have to go into the crawl space to figure out what size it is. It is 16 inches by 25 inches by 4 inches.
Wow.
It's just a rectangle.
You just know that now. A 4-inch air filter, that's a good thick air filter. That's a good deal.
It's one of them thick boys.
Well, thanks for the reminder, Ben, because now I'm going to go check my air filter that hasn't been changed in a year. And
you should
You'll
probably
want
do that.
to, let alone for the fires. Like that's...
You want me to come over and help you with that?
Yeah, can you come help me?
Yeah, I can do that.
Can you bring your air filter over and we can carve the notch into it so we can just jam it in there?
No, I'll just bring you my entire HVAC system and we can install it in your house, and that way you won't have to worry about it.
Perfect. That sounds good. I'm just really bad at managing like house stuff, like all the things. And it's not for lack of like my dad trying to teach me basic house repairs. I was just always so bad at it. And I don't know. I feel like this house is going to fall apart just because I don't do anything. Fortunately, Jesse takes care of a lot of that stuff and is good at reminding me of when things need to be taken care of.
And you make quesadillas.
And I make quesadillas.
And you make quesadillas.
And Jesse fixes the house. We are a progressive couple.
Yes, you are. Well, yeah, I mean, I didn't have the most exciting of weeks. I didn't go anywhere or do anything interesting. I mean, Memorial Day was last Monday, so I got to relax a little bit, catch up on some of my own personal projects, like the baseball card videos that I've been kind of putting off. Just because, it has 23 subscribers that probably aren't waiting with bated breath for the next video, so I can kind of... I know you were.
I even commented when you came back. I was excited.
You both did.
That's true.
It was very exciting. But yeah, so it was a good week. It was a more relaxed week than I've had in weeks past. So that was very good. It was a nice kind of rejuvenating week. Ooh. And now it's the weekend again, and I get to talk to you guys. So it just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah, I feel like maybe you guys can relate to this. Now that things are opening up a little more and I'm starting to see a few more people and do a few more things, there's a little part of me that's kind of sad that I don't have all the time to just work on like creative projects and things that I was doing just around the house for fun. Like Ben, you started your baseball channel in the middle of the pandemic, and I know you like were very committed with that every week. You had time to put together these videos. I'm glad that things are getting better, and I'm glad that we're able to do more things, but there is a little part of me that's a little sad that like all these creative things I was doing are probably just gonna stop happening now.
Yeah. And all the creative things that I wanted to do and totally planned on doing but didn't do, I no longer have time to maybe do them.
All those things I said I was going to do, like learn a new language or learn to code or whatever.
I was like,
too
I'm
late
going to
now.
write more this summer, or like last summer. I was like, I'm going to write more because I'm going to have time because pandemic. And then I didn't write anything.
So what did we do at that time? We watched Tiger King. Actually, I didn't. Did any of us watch Tiger King?
No.
No. My brother did. We could have him on. He can talk about it.
Oh, sweet.
You know what
We need to
happened
have him
last
on.
time you had Andrew on? He didn't
What?
know the show. And he was even
Well,
on the show.
He didn't even
So
know
then
he was on the show. We didn't even tell him
How
we
do
were
you think he
recording.
knew?
Yeah. He, yeah. He'll never know that we said that about him, though.
It's true, though.
It's true. I love my brother very much. I'm a
I
big
still-
fan of the podcast.
I want to shout out my sister Molly again because she still, I believe, listens every week. I was over at her house last night and she was like asking me all about when Michael goes to medical school. And she even complimented you, Michael, and said that some things you were
thanks,
talking
Molly.
about, some medical things you were talking about on the show last week, you were dead on. Exactly
It was
right.
ketamine,
Ketamine, yes.
I think.
That's what it was.
Yo, no one knows my drugs like I know my drugs.
So my sister talks
Your
about
drugs.
my
Hey,
sister talks
Freudian
about
slip.
you, Michael, like we're just like you and her are close friends and like you guys are on a first name basis, even though she's never met you. But she just feels like she knows you now because she spent
We are in the
40 hours
cult.
listening to you.
We need to get her on the show.
Yes. And she actually wants to be. So I want to
Okay,
get her on
I was
soon.
about to ask because I know she made Sam, her husband, do it, but I didn't know if that was a I don't want to be on the show, Sam, get on the show type thing, or if it was, yeah, but that could work. We could do that.
No, she really wants to come on. So we'll get her on soon. That'd be really fun.
We'll get her on. But Michael, you'll have to be here because you're the medical one.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, we'll just talk about ketamine the whole time.
Noah, you can take that week off. We'll just replace you with your sister.
Molly, here are the Discord usernames of my two friends. Go have fun.
Go have fun. Well, that's all I had. But who is next? I didn't look. I don't have a game this week, so I
can
do what I
go.
typically do when I don't have a game and not look at the show notes whatsoever. It's Michael.
Yeah. Oh, off the ketamine tangent, there was a moment, I think that you can hear that I did type to Google to confirm that it was an anesthetic, but I did know it was anesthetic and called horse tranquilizer. So, like, not to give myself all the credit of reading the definition off the page, that was not in my head. I did Google that. So maybe I'm not as cool as I think. All right. I have two potential stories this week, and I want to hear which one you want to hear from the two of you. So,
Ooh.
one is kind of a Shakespearean tragedy, tragic opera, and the second is something that happened at work yesterday that involved interpretation. So do you
See-
want to hear the tragedy or the interpretation?
We are presently creating two different timelines
Hmm.
in
Ooh.
which you share each story.
There's a
in
there's a
each
topic,
timeline.
please, on that.
Is there?
Parallel
I'll have
universes.
to go back
yep.
and listen to that one. It might be one of the ones I haven't heard yet. But
I think
Noah, which timeline do you want to take?
I kind of want to take the Shakespearean tragedy timeline. That one sounds really
Me
interesting.
too. But what if that's the bad timeline?
What if this is
might
the
be.
one where everything ends?
What if that's the darkest timeline? We'll do the
Like
Shakespearean
Community.
tragedy.
We're creating
Okay.
a community-inspired darkest timeline here.
So
Such a good show.
I warned you. This one is kind of sad. So, man, last weekend, no, it was Memorial Day, I think. My family, and I started our garden in the backyard. So I was out there helping out, planting some tomatoes, planting some cuke, planting a little zook, planting a little jalapenos. And I look up in the tree and I see Mama Bird feeding some baby birds in the tree. And my parents are like, oh yeah, we need to cut that tree down. I'm like, no, hold on. Yes, the aspen tree is dead and ugly, but there's a nest in it. So we need to wait until the birds can fly. Okay, and then Noah is taking a picture of you right now, so smile for the camera.
Everybody's
And then I told my mom about it. I'm like, okay, we just got to make sure that the birds stay in the nest because I know what birds like to do, and they like to flop out of the nest. And the next morning, it was that next evening, my mom is out there playing frisbee with the dog, and she walks over there, and she sees tiny little baby bird on the ground, okay?
Oh no.
Now, baby bird was breathing, blinking, but not reactive to poke because I poked it with the stick to try to get it to pop up because its mom was in the tree above. and it didn't like jump up or anything. So we were like, okay, what can we do? And we ended up just leaving it because it started raining and I didn't want to be in the rain. And Google said just leave them alone. So flash forward quite a bit later, my parents are outside with a very tall ladder and my mom has on personal protective equipment, including sunglasses to protect her eyes from said bird pecking them out.
Oh dear.
And she's grabbing the bird. Now she is trained in veterinary medicine, and she, to her credit, had a bird named Alex in probably the 80s, so she knows something about a bird, right? So she grabs the baby bird, goes up there, plunks it in the nest, and comes down as the mama bird is dive bombing her and attacking her. It's okay, she was okay. And then my mom got halfway down the ladder when the older bird jumped out of the nest. Now, older bird had better feathers, so it was able to kind of like glide down. But then the bird that was just placed in the nest just flops right out of the nest again. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what an idiot. So then we acquire some boxes, and at this point, every bird in the neighborhood is in the tree watching us and trying to attack. We get some boxes and put them kind of like Ben was explaining with the hammock backpack story, like in the middle of the tree, so it could just be held in by friction. And the older bird, my mom grabbed gently, and it started trying to fly, and she plunked it in there. And then the baby one she put in there, and then threw a little bit of grass in there, and then we just bailed because the birds were upset. It was like, who made the movie The Birds?
Alfred Hitchcock.
Alfred Hitchcock,
yeah.
Thank you. So it was like the Hitchcock movie, The Birds. We were just getting swarmed by 3 or 4 birds that were not happy with us touching their children or their cousin or whatever. Now, as we get back inside, I look back at the box and I see that the one that could fly was standing on top of the box. And I'm like, oh my gosh, he's going to jump out again. And then night passes. And in the morning, my mom goes out there when she lets the dogs out. And the birds are gone. No trace, no guts, no blood, no feathers. They're just straight up gone. And the box was like sideways in the tree, and we don't know what happened. So that's why it's a tragedy, because we don't know what happened. We don't know if the birds suddenly learned how to fly, or if they died, or if they got eaten by an owl, or a snake, but I don't know. There were no signs of poor dead baby birds. But
That's good.
Well, that's
just
good.
remember,
Yeah.
you signed up for this story.
Well, I hear that, and I'm like, they escaped happily and lived
That's what I
happily ever
hope.
after.
I hope an owl didn't just come in and grab them.
Assume positive intent. Or positive outcome, I guess, in this
Assume
case.
positive outcome. They flew away to a nice little farm where they lived in peace forever.
Exactly. All the birds are alive. They are happy, healthy, and well. And yeah. So thank you for sharing that beautiful story of
I don't know.
bird life, Michael.
It could go, like, if they survived, it's the most
birds
beautiful
are
rescue
alive,
story
Michael.
ever.
So this is what I'm going to hope that next week the birds come back. They return to the same spot. And they're all alive and healthy and a couple weeks older. And you can come back and tell us the beautiful conclusion to this
I don't
story
know.
where all the birds are alive and happy.
Or the story next week is going to be this really fat, well-fed foul owl lands on my window. I just see
No,
it.
that's not going to happen because that's not what happened. All the birds are
We
alive.
don't know what happened. We don't
I
know.
do know what happened. They're alive.
Did
It's
you eat
Schrodinger's
them?
cat.
Did you take them?
We'll never
No,
know.
I didn't take them.
Schrodinger's bird. You can't
Schrodinger's
see
bird.
them because they're in the box.
We'll never
may or
know
may
if
not
we never
exist.
look.
Anyway, that's my depressing story. Onward.
It's not depressing. It's about bird life. All right, Noah, before Michael can rebuttal, you'd go.
Well, I like Ben just put an IMDb link to Birdemic, Shock and Terror, the 2010 movie.
Terror.
Have you seen this movie, Ben?
I have, actually, yes.
I've seen clips of it. Like, I've watched a YouTube review of it, and it looks pretty
really good.
awesome. It's
So, okay, I've seen it, but I saw the Riff Tracks version of it.
okay.
Which, if you don't know what Riff Tracks is, it's these 3 guys who they will watch a movie and record themselves just riffing on it the entire time. You can find highlights of like, you can look up like Riff Tracks Star Wars, and it will pull up just like the highlights of it. But you can also buy or rent the like full movie version of the Riff Tracks. And my brother and I watched it one time when we were in California and had nothing better to do because we had just gotten back from like Disneyland or something, and we were just in the hotel room, and we were like, "Sweet, let's watch this." But it was a good time.
It's a great movie. You get to watch a guy drive his Mustang around for about 20 minutes before there's like a single line of dialogue.
Wow.
If you want to watch a movie and feel like you could be a professional actor, you should watch this. If you want to watch a movie and feel like you could be a film director, you should watch this movie.
My favorite.
If you want to watch a movie and feel like you could make the best movie ever made, you should watch this movie.
My favorite line in that movie, and maybe I'll put it in the show because it's really funny, is they go to a movie and then they walk out of the movie theater, and the lead actor, he's like very wooden, and he just goes,
"Yes,
wow, an inconvenient truth. What a great movie." It's like,
man, that was a good movie, An Inconvenient Truth.
That is it. I'm getting myself a car that's environmentally friendly.
it's like you don't walk out of a movie and go, wow, Star Wars 7, what a great movie that was.
And you also don't walk out of An Inconvenient Truth and go, that was good. You walk out of it and go, we're all screwed.
Yeah, like, wow, that was a good movie. Good story in that one.
Good. What a great story about bird life An Inconvenient Truth was.
Well, anyway, for my weekly update, I'm just excited because I'm going to go do a new thing that I don't think I've ever done before after the recording of this podcast.
Axe throwing?
Axe throwing.
Yeah,
Never been axe throwing.
He's never been axe throwing before.
Never talked about it before either. Not quite as exciting as that, but I am going to go kayaking in our local reservoir, which I'm very excited about. Jesse bought an inflatable kayak recently. And
I believe those are called rafts.
what's the difference? That's a good question. I think they're different shapes. Inflatable kayak versus raft.
No, they're definitely different shapes. Is it a two-person kayak?
It is a two-person kayak. No,
Isn't
I'm
that
just going to
canoe?
like water ski off the back.
Oh, you're going to... So Jesse's going to paddle, and you're going to water ski.
Yeah, she's
And
got to paddle
the
really fast.
Mythbusters decided that the slowest speed you could technically like stay upright on water skis is like 17 miles an hour.
Yeah, she can do that. She's strong.
Okay.
She's fast.
And you're light.
Yeah. Have you guys ever done water skiing?
No.
I'm not dumb.
Because I did it a couple years ago, or at least attempted to.
Oh, sorry. I mean,
Well, you guys
Yeah,
really
Michael, take
dumb.
that back. We had some friends
I'm not
that
bold.
took us out on a boat a couple years ago, and a couple of them were doing water skiing, and so they asked me if I wanted to try, and I said, yeah, sure, why not? And it's a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Like having to pull yourself to stay up above the water. Like I was holding onto the thing, and they take off, like the boat is moving, and immediately I just get dunked under the water, and I'm like being dragged across underneath the water, and like the water's just shooting up my nose. And they said, like, if that happens, you know, try for a few seconds to get back up above the water. Like, try to pull yourself up, and it might take a few seconds. But if not, like, let go, and we'll come back and circle around to get you. So I'm under the water for probably like 20 seconds, like. And I don't know. I don't really have a fear of water, so I'm like just sitting there like, yeah, I think I can do this. Like I'm trying to pull myself up, getting completely like waterboarded basically. And I'm like, I think I could do this. And then I finally realized like, oh, I have like no oxygen left, and I'm going to have to like let go of this and then get dunked under the water for like several more seconds. I should probably let go. And so then I finally did.
No.
And then like totally lost my bearings.
No. That was an absolutely beautiful sermon. Okay. We can't do it alone. Let go of the rope. Go under the water and come up anew. That's so beautiful. No,
I had to let go and let God.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let go and let God. Jesus, take the wheel.
Jesus took the wheel.
Take the rope.
Jesus,
So I got dunked under the water. I came back up, like gasping and breathing, like trying desperately to get some air in my system.
I'm glad you came back up breathing.
I did. And then I tried it a few more times and did the exact same thing, and then finally went, okay, I should probably stop.
So to answer Michael's question, no, you've never been water skiing.
You've been water falling.
Technically, I've never been water skiing. I've been drugged and waterboarded along the back of a boat, but that's as far as I
You
got.
got drugged and waterboarded. That's what I heard Noah just say.
Someone said ketamine.
Dragged. Dragged?
I got dragged behind a... Dragged.
I got dragged.
Dragged.
So
Got
I'm looking
dragged.
forward to reporting next week on how my kayaking experience went, and hopefully it goes better than the water skiing event.
It's pretty chill, as long as like you don't flip the kayak. Have you had kayak flipping training?
Jessie said she'd like tell me what to do if that happened.
Okay,
We'll be fine.
that's good.
So we have a new feature on the show, our YouTube comment of the week. I think, Michael, do you have one prepared for us again this week?
Yeah, so this one, unfortunately, not quite as good as the man falling through the ceiling on top of the organ from last week, which, again, thank you, whatever her name was, Linda Coseo, or I forgot what it was. But this one comes from, there's this YouTube channel called DIY Perks, and this guy has, first of all, the most amazing accent you'll ever hear, and it's so calming. But this video is called DIY Mushroom Lights. So he shows you how to make mushroom lights out of silicone and LED lights, and you plug it up and you put it inside of like a piece of wood bark, and it looks really cool, and I want to make one. And one of the comments says, I am legit gonna go build myself a fairy garden right now and just live in it, like forever. So there you go. Not quite as
Aw.
good as the last one, but hey, if you want to build yourself a fairy garden, you go for it.
So what is a fairy garden exactly? Like, what's the difference between a regular garden and a fairy garden?
More mushrooms and glowing things. Basically, Avatar
you-
by James Cameron.
You get little doors for your fairy garden that the fairies go in and out of, and there's like little, almost like dollhouse stuff, but like just little like wooden, like tables and little wooden bird baths, and or not wooden, but little stone bird baths and all that stuff. I guess they could be wooden, but it's just like a little shrunk down, like little hobbit area, pretty much.
That sounds enchanting. I'm
It
gonna
does
go
sound
do this.
enchanting. Michael, what was the name of the person who wrote this comment?
I don't know if I can say that. Does it mean something bad?
Yep.
Yes, it does.
Okay. Well,
I
we'll
wondered
just
if you were
have
going to read that or not.
I know.
Nope.
I was waiting. Like,
I didn't know if it meant something bad, but now that I know that you're telling me to say it because it means something bad, let me just do a little crop job. Oh gosh! Oh, I squished it.
you
No,
just
you made
made
it
it,
worse.
narrow. At least they're
There we go.
fictional about it. There we go.
Well, guys, it is a new month, and with a new month, that means we have a game to play. And I think, Michael, you also prepared that. Michael just did everything.
Yes, and it comes with an accompanying audio presentation.
Ooh,
Does that work?
sounded like it worked.
Sounded
Hang on,
like
let
it
me pull
worked.
up.
Yeah.
I'm now watching. Oh my gosh.
Oh, there's a naked
Hold
person on here.
Hold on. Okay, that's
There's
not
two naked
important yet. I
people.
just wanted to share the screen. That way I don't have to worry about it later.
Is this your
So-
desktop background, Michael?
No. I'm not revealing that live on the air. So it's a new month, and today we're doing Weird Holidays, which is
Michael,
everyone's...
We don't watch Rhett and Link anymore, Michael. I thought we were past this.
which is
Okay, guys, I'm
everyone's-
looking at a screen of Rhett and Link, and then there's another Rhett and Link standing next to them, but they're totally naked except for scarves. So,
And a nice
Michael,
little
explain yourself.
blurriness.
So anyway, Weird Holidays. So how this works is I give a really vague hint about a holiday, and it's your job, of you two and the listener, to tell me what the holiday is. So I have selected, now it's kind of longer than usual, but that's okay. I have 6 from the month of June. I think usually we do 5. So, but again, it comes with an audio presentation. So, Sunday, June 6th, I know that's in the past, that is yesterday, but here's the hint. Put on a sweatband and gym shorts, step outside, and use your byproducts to help out your green friends. Put on
wait,
a
is this
sweatband-
related to the video?
No. No.
Is the video related to anything?
No, I'm just sharing that way VLC is open before the...
Okay.
Ignore the video right now.
There are 8 billion YouTubes on the internet, or videos on YouTube.
Okay. Well, I'll find a better one. But put on a sweatband and gym shorts, step outside, and use your byproducts to help out your green friends. Who do we want to start with? Who's feeling lucky?
Hang on. I'm not over this video you made us watch at the beginning. It's YouTube Red. You paid to watch this.
I did not pay to watch this. Someone scalped it and I downloaded
Oh,
it.
okay. Use your byproducts to help your green friends. Throw on a sweatband and sports shorts? Is that what you said?
I said gym shorts, but yeah.
Gym shorts, okay.
Same diff.
I think it's like a sweat in the soil day where you go
Ooh.
generate a lot of sweat and then you scoop it into the earth to grow your plants.
Okay, so we got sweat
That's
and
a
soil.
good guess.
Ben, what do you think?
Byproducts. I mean, that is sweat. That was my first idea, was sweat. Like
Fertilizer
sweat in the
is
hot
also a
sun.
human
That's
byproduct.
what I was thinking. Well, no, it's a cow byproduct.
Poop in your garden day?
Well,
National
if you buy
poop in your
cow
garden day.
fertilizer, like
You
a
don't buy
plebeian.
human fertilizer. Oh, okay. We're watching a football game all of a sudden. I think it's international. Also, Noah, you missed the opportunity to say toil in the soil, but whatever. International. Maybe it's just like a green friends. I don't know. Sweat over it day. Like people say, like, don't sweat it. Now you can say sweat it.
Okay. So again, the video has nothing to do with this until I will tell you. But so we have Sweat in the Soil from Noah and International Sweat Over It Day. Now the answer is National Gardening Exercise Day. And the website says National Gardening Exercise Day is intended to recognize the important physical health benefits of gardening.
Ooh.
So sweat in the soil or sweat over it.
Soil
I like sweat
mentions
in the soil
gardening.
more. Yeah, I like sweat in the soil a little bit more. But Ben, you have plenty of rounds to catch up.
Yes,
or
I
beat
do.
Noah. Round 2. The video has nothing to do with this yet. Friday, June 11th. Celebrate this national holiday by acquiring some thongs, plackies, zoris, clam diggers, or slippers. And Ben, we start with you.
Those are all footwears, but I believe it's like an Australian. I'm gonna say Western Australia Day.
Okay.
I think I only really know like maybe one or two of those kinds of shoes. Well, I do know what slippers are. I'm going to say it's open-toed shoe day. It's a day to show off your toes. Don't be embarrassed about your toes. Show them to the world.
All right, so we have Western Australia Day from Ben or Open-Toed Shoe Day from Noah. And the answer is Flip-Flop Day, National Flip-Flop Day. These are all words that explain flip-flops according to Google. So, and flip-flops,
Nice.
last I know, are open-toed shoes.
Yes.
Noah
Yes,
is up
but
2-0.
you said thongs, and that's Australia.
Correct, but that's not the right answer. He was closer.
I
Because
feel
that was
like
only
thongs-
the first one.
I don't think thongs is exclusively an Australian term. Let me Google
And I
thongs
also-
real quick.
No.
Well,
Clear yourself.
no. It's not an exclusively an Australian term, but other places use it to mean different things.
Oh, okay.
Yes. However, I listed 5 different words for flip-flops, and I think Noah was most in the spirit for that one. But it's okay because we still have 4 rounds to go. Sunday, June 13th. So get back outside without your sweatband or gym shorts and yank some fools out of the ground. Just yank some fools out of the ground. And we start with Noah this time.
Okay, what can you yank out of the ground? You can yank turnips out of the ground, like Super Mario does that. So I'm going to say National Harvest Your Turnips Day.
Okay.
I'm going to say National Mr. T Gardening Day. Because, I mean, like, we are in the summer, so all of these are going to be, like, gardening related.
Mhm.
But if we're, like, ripping some fools out of the ground, like, he's the I pity the fool guy. And, I don't know.
Pity
I mean,
the
you can get-
gardener.
I pity the gardener. National I pity the gardener day. That's what I'm going with. Final answer.
Okay.
Or
so
something with onions.
Ben says National I Pity the Gardener Day or something with onions. And Noah says Harvest Your Turnips Day. The answer is National Weed Your Garden Day. Oh, man. I don't know
I
who to
pity
give
the
a point
gardener
to.
who has weeds.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fair. Here we go. It's now 2-1 with Noah in the lead. Oh, here comes an audio presentation.
Okay.
It's about time.
Saturday, June 19th. Where's my folder? Oh, hold on. Please stand by. Click,
Is it the
click,
one
click.
that's currently pulled up?
Yeah, you can't see my folders. You cheeky.
No, but I meant the video.
Oh, no, that has nothing to do with anything. All right. Let me make sure this is soundbite number 1. Okay, here it goes. This is Saturday, June 19th. This is the only hint that you get. That's it. That's all you get.
Wow. Glad
It's a
I'm not
National
first.
Bad Music Day.
Okay, disqualified. Noah wins the game. And no more audio presentations, even though I worked so hard to compile 2 more clips.
I'm kidding. I knew that would make you mad. Correct me if I'm wrong. That was Michael Jackson.
Correct.
Okay.
You're not wrong.
What?
You're
but not
not
wrong.
wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know the song that's from. And knowing Michael, the name of the song would probably have something to do with it.
I'm going to give you a hint, Ben. Okay? I know
Okay.
you just insulted me, but you're down by a
Noah,
point.
stop listening.
Okay, I'm not listening.
You're down by a point as he gets his headphones closer to his
He
ears.
covers his ears.
I'm covering my ears
d-
by putting my hands over my headphone cups.
Don't read into it too much, okay? That's my hint. Don't read
Okay.
into it too much.
There was lots of screaming
Maybe
early
take
on.
it, yes, at like a surface value. That might be
Lots of screaming and lots of what sounded like trash cans banging around. It felt very like, Stomp-ish, the band Stomp.
Oh, yeah.
But I feel like if that were the answer, he probably would have used a Stomp song. I'm going to say Scream with Friends Day, National Scream with Your Friends, because I think it was just Michael Jackson screaming, but it was kind of like overlaid. There was multiple of them. Have a wild time with your friends day. Happy summer.
Wait, did you change it? Is it Scream with Your Friends Day or Have a Wild Time with Your Friends Day?
Scream with your friends day.
Okay.
Happy summer.
Happy
summer's in
summer.
there.
That's part of it.
Yep.
Noah.
All right. Well, it is Juneteenth, but I don't think that's what you're going for.
No. Yeah.
Good day. But I don't think that's what you're going for. I think Scream in an Empty Room Day. A day, it's summer, it's getting hotter. People starting to kind of lose it a little bit. You just got to go in an empty room where you don't live in a townhouse and just scream your heart out.
All right. So we have Scream with Your Friends Day. Happy summer. And Scream in an Empty Room Day. From Ben and Noah, respectively. The answer is National Hollerin' Contest Day. So this is where people in North Carolina just gather together and yell and see who is the loudest at screaming or yelling or hollering. I
feel
have
like
to give it to Ben.
I was
Yeah.
kind of close.
because
like,
they're
Yeah,
also
Ben's had
outside,
friends. Mine was all alone.
and also outside, which is not an empty room.
That's true.
So there you go. Okay.
Happy summer.
There is an audio clip for Wednesday, June 23rd, and I will play that now. So this is your only hint.
My power flurries through the air into the ground.
I watched this movie last night.
We start with Noah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, of course, this is Let It Go from the popular hit movie Frozen. Jesse and I just watched Frozen 2 last night with my niece, and that was awesome. It was also just the vocal stem, I noticed. It was not the full track. I don't know if that has something to do with it or the content. My power flurries
That's not the
or
word.
whatever through the air. This is a summer holiday, so it wouldn't be like a snowy thing. It could be Let It Go Day. Yeah, it's Let It Go Day. It's a day to just let it go. Just let things go.
All right, Ben.
So the first thing I thought of was his song is sang by Idina Menzel. But then I thought about John Travolta calling her Adele Dazeem. And then I thought about the fact that John Travolta was in the movie Grease.
Pulp Fiction Day.
What?
It's Pulp Fiction Day.
But Grease is a very summery sort of movie, right? So I'm going to say National Grease Day. But like Grease as in the movie Grease, not the country.
Or the stuff that you cook your food in.
Or the stuff you cook your food in.
All right, so we have Let It Go Day or National Grease Day, and we have a dead-on answer.
It's me.
From
Grease
Noah.
Day.
From Noah. It is Let It Go Day. Not National Grease Day, but not the country or the stuff that you cook your food in. So Let It Go Day. I figured that one was going to be easy. Was going to be easy, and it kind of was. Last one.
What's the context of that, though? Like, are you supposed to let something go? Like, donate things? Or are you supposed to let go of your aggressions or your inhibitions?
Yeah. What if you're like holding somebody up who's like tripped and is dangling off of a cliff?
You just let him go.
And you're like, wait a minute, it's Let It Go Day. Let it go. And they just tumble down the cliff. What if that happens? Can you blame it on the holiday? Is it like a purge?
It's a purge day.
Okie doke. Last one. So we are at 3-2, Noah in the lead. Hopefully we don't tie.
Oh, we won't.
Should I make this one 10,000 points?
Yes.
Okay.
10,000 points for the final question. Again, audio related. Sunday, June 27th.
Woo! To the good onion. Good onion is a heavy onion, so it's 6-pound onion. It's also an onion where the onion is put. This is the tip of the onion.
There you go.
All right, so we're talking about onions, which I mentioned onions earlier.
Okay.
I definitely said the first one was like National Sweat It Day or something with onions.
The pick your onion for
Yeah.
Weed Your Garden Day.
But this guy specifically was preparing onions, I believe. So I'm going to say Cutting Onions Day in relation to like, you know, how like when you cut onions, it makes you cry. Like National Cutting Onions Day. I don't know.
Ooh. Wait, what was it? Did you say, Ben?
I said National My Good Friend Forgets What I Say Day.
I feel like you're saying something different every time.
He didn't. Yeah, I don't think he caught the joke. I said National Cutting Onions Day.
Okay. I'm just trying to place the voice. He seems like some kind of Food Network personality.
It's Chef Boyardee.
It's Chef Boyardee. I think it's Guy Fieri or Guy Fieri or however you say his name. I think that's him.
Was not. I'm pretty sure he pronounces onion differently than that guy did.
I'm going to say it's National Spicy Cooking Day. I don't know that onions are technically spicy, but they got some flavor to them.
Radishes are.
Yeah, it's a spicy cooking day. Cook your spiciest food.
Okay, so from Noah, National Spicy Cooking Day. From Ben, National Cutting Onions Day. The day is simply National Onion Day. Ben gets the point and wins 10,002 to 3.
Not even close.
What a shutout.
I'm having like my own little like celebratory light show.
Yeah,
Ben's doing a light show.
Seizure watching it, I think.
Well, in recognition of my victory, my thorough victory over Noah, I think Noah should perform a game for us.
Perform a game. All right, you guys get to watch me play a game.
Yes.
We're bringing back
Goldfinger on the Nintendo 64.
Yes. We're bringing back a classic game this week, something we haven't played in a while. We're going to be playing Food Flop Funambulism Cereal Edition. We know that we have some cereal fans on the show. Ben likes to mix and match his cereal with disgusting things from time to time. Any good cereal stories to tell lately, Ben?
No. It happened one time, and I thought it would be like a...
Is Ben crying?
No.
He like looked away.
He doesn't want to look at you. Yeah. You offended him.
All right. Ben might have to be a DNF on this game. He might not be able to participate. I have 3 types of cereal here that I'm going to describe. These are brands of cereal or offshoots of cereal that just didn't quite stick around on store shelves. First question is going to go to Ben since he won that last game. Ben, Frosted Flakes has been a popular cereal for many a decade, but one spin-off flavor was a little less successful. This iteration of the cereal involved adding this fruit to the mix, and it did not work out. So, Ben, what was the fruit they added, and what was the name of the cereal?
The name of the cereal was, well, they added elderberries, first of all. And it was the Elder Statesman cereal, or the Respect Your Elders cereal. And it was just not good. They were leaning too hard into the puns, much like I am right now, and it just didn't perform well. It wasn't tasty. Yeah.
It had Tony the Tiger's grandpa on the front of the box.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we have elderberry Respect Your Elders Frosted Flakes. Ben, or Michael, the other one.
Ben. Well, first of all, I didn't know there were multiple flavors of Frosted Flakes. So that's weird.
Chocolate Frosted Flakes are excellent.
Yeah, see, I don't know anything about cereal. However, the answer is glaring. It's obvious. It's so clear to me. It was a kumquat. They tried to do kumquats with Frosted Flakes.
Kumquat Frosted Flakes. All right, okay.
As you were talking, I'm not going to change my answer because that would be mean, but when Michael said it's glaringly obvious, something became glaringly obvious to me in that it's probably orange because, like, Tony the Tiger is orange, so it was probably like Tiger Stripes cereal, and it was like orange-flavored Frosted Flakes.
Oof, that orange and cereal sounds absolutely disgusting to me.
I'm looking at the Wikipedia page for kumquat, and they're in the same family, genus even, as oranges.
As oranges? Huh.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I guess if it is oranges,
related.
you get it, Michael.
We'll see.
All right. The answer is, I'm going to send it in the Nudists Discord chat so you guys can see a picture of it. The answer is banana Frosted Flakes. And it's got Tony the Tiger in, I don't even, like a straw hat. I'm not really sure why exactly. I believe this came out in the 80s, I'm pretty sure. But banana Frosted Flakes, I don't know. Would you guys eat that?
It doesn't sound that bad, honestly.
It doesn't, but it also doesn't sound that good.
So apparently at this
also,
time...
It doesn't look like there are... It's like banana it looks like there's little bits of bananas on it.
Yeah, like chopped up very finely and just sprinkled over Frosted Flakes.
And that does not seem good.
And apparently at the time, regular Frosted Flakes were called Sugar Frosted Flakes, but then the banana flakes didn't work out, so they got rid of those and just made Sugar Frosted Flakes Frosted Flakes. So interesting. I don't know. It's not disgusting or anything, but an interesting flavor for sure. I guess some people probably chop up bananas in their Frosted Flakes, maybe.
Probably. I think it's interesting how like their natural progression was like, all right, we're going to make Sugar Frosted Flakes, then next we're going to do banana. Like, oh, no other flavors? Cool.
Where do you go from sugar? Like, how can you make anything sell as well as sugar? Except for chocolate. Chocolate Frosted Flakes.
And I bet if they had done like a normal fruit like that it goes with cereal, like strawberries or something, it would have worked better. But I don't know.
I think I'm going to give this point to Michael just because kumquats, I think, look a little more like bananas than elderberries.
They grow on a tree.
They grow on a tree, that's true.
So do... Actually, I don't know where elderberries come from.
Probably in a bush.
Probably a bush.
Yeah.
Berries.
All right, for
That's
question
a
number
reference
2.
to a short film that Michael and I made.
Oh, can we put
With
that?
Cole.
Can we put that in the show notes?
If you want to.
It's really good.
I want to
It's
see
real
this.
good.
For being so old, it's very good.
It holds up well.
Yeah, we should put that in the show notes. Somebody send me a link. All right. next question. This one, Michael is going to go first. There have been several Nickelodeon branded cereals over the years with all of their various IPs, but none quite as unpleasant as this one released in 2003.
Oh my gosh.
Michael, what was the cereal?
Okay, we know Nickelodeon, and we know Nickelodeon loves slime. So the answer is going to be some sort of slime cereal. I don't know how specific I should get, or if I should just say slime cereal. But the cereal is green and tastes like slime.
All right,
that's my answer.
Nickelodeon slime cereal that's green and tastes like slime. Ben.
Well, that was definitely the direction I was going to go. So now I'm kind of stuck. But what year did this come out?
2003. What was popular in 2003?
On Nickelodeon?
You can never go wrong with SpongeBob. It's always been popular.
Oh, yeah, there's SpongeBob. I feel like
iCarly.
Fairly Odd Parents was on during that time. Except it wasn't?
Oh, no, Fairly Odd Parents probably. iCarly was like 2008, I think, so don't...
Yeah, iCarly wasn't. I loved iCarly. That was a great show. Anyway.
Aren't they rebooting it?
I hope so.
They're adults now. I saw a trailer the other day.
I will so watch that.
They like drinking stuff.
But I like the Fairly Odd Parents route, and the introduction to the Fairly Odd the title song has a long list of different foods in it, and they have the large fry and chocolate shake as part of one of his wishes from the Fairly Odd Parents. So I'm going to say it's the large fry and chocolate shake cereal.
Ooh, that sounds pretty good. I would try a
niche.
Fry and chocolate shake cereal. I wish I had my bongos with me because Michael got it exactly right.
Oh.
Nickelodeon Green Slime limited edition cereal. There's the bongos. Thanks, Michael. We'll share this one in the chat as well. Yeah, it's got like puffs, I guess I would describe them as, and they're green and they're just like general slime amoeba shaped. But then they also have fish, like orange fish marshmallows in it. It's pretty nasty looking. This one's not so great.
That is nasty.
Did people say it tastes bad?
I don't know. It didn't really say in the article what it tasted like. You could probably find a box on eBay from 2003. But that works out perfect because the score is now 1-1, and we have one last question that's going to go to Ben first. This one, the clue is short and sweet. This was a cereal that was made for me.
Well, Noah's a big fan of root beer floats.
That is true.
He was also homeschooled. Not sure if they make homeschooled cereal.
Okay.
Or if they did.
Sorry to interrupt, but for $10 plus $8 shipping, you can get a green slime cereal box.
I was honestly looking that up before I stopped to answer the question. Yeah, $8 shipping. Or $35 or best offer.
Does that one actually have
$5
cereal in it? The other one was just the box. This one has cereal. Okay. $35. But anyway.
If this video gets 100 listens,
holy smokes,
I will buy that and eat it.
That cereal box is as old as Olivia Rodrigo.
You're right.
You're right. She was born in 2003, as we figured out before we started recording. Because we were just talking about Olivia Rodrigo for some reason.
Condition is used. That's worrisome.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's not like it's uncirculated. But I'm going to have to go with root beer float because I know how much you love root beer floats.
That is true. That is very true. All right, a root beer float
I have to go
cereal.
with that.
It's a good choice. All right, Michael.
So something I've learned in my short time knowing Noah is that he is tremendously into Lego, okay? And he is like the biggest Lego fan I've ever known, and I didn't even know it until I asked him why he had this Lego magazine YouTube video that's 40 minutes long, and I watched all of it. Now,
you did watch all of it. I was so proud.
The answer is Lego cereal. Now, what does it taste like? Probably super sugary, but all of the cereal pieces look like different Lego pieces. You got the 2x2, you got the 1x2, you got the 1x3, you got the 4x4, you got the 6x6, and you got all the Lego pieces.
That sounds amazing. All right, 2 things that are both very good guesses for my personality, root beer float or Lego cereal. I did just look it up because I was curious. Lego cereal does not exist, which is so sad because it totally should. But the correct answer is Nerds cereal.
Oh, come on.
And I'm going to send this one in the chat. You guys know those Nerds boxes that they're like split in half, and out of one side you get one color nerd and out the other side you get a different color? Uh-huh. So this cereal box works the same way, where there's an orange side and a red side. Orange and cherry are the flavors. So here's an orange cereal, and they're just little pebbles like Nerds, and you can pour out either side or pour out both if you'd like. And it has 2 little bags of Nerd cereal inside.
Interesting.
So I guess this is the question again. Would you guys eat this? Like, does orange cherry cereal sound good to you?
The cherry one would be kind of... Are they like puffs, like the...
They look kind of like Rice
Puffs.
Krispies to me in this picture.
Okay.
I think I get such a stomach ache from eating this.
It does say overly sweet candy.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true.
And I will say, Michael did say it's probably super sweet.
Well, I guess Ben just conceded the point to Michael.
I did.
Last round, 15,000 points? Or,
that was the last round.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the last round. So Michael wins the game.
Okay. Thank you.
Michael wins with the Lego cereal answer, which absolutely needs to happen. I've had Lego fruit snacks before, and those are awesome. Or the Lego candy, the hard brick candy.
Oh, those are good.
Oh, so good.
In my research just now, I figured out that there were at one point root beer float Pop-Tarts.
I've had those before.
Are they good? I can't find them anywhere.
I don't remember them being very good. I kind of remember eating like one of the packs and just kind of letting the other sit for a while and never quite getting the stomach to have another one.
Next time you do this, I want you to please do Oreos. And I accidentally watched a video of an Oreo taste test the other day. So by the next time you do this, I'll have forgotten all of those types of Oreos. But I think that'd be a good one.
Randomly enough, somebody the other day, I think it was Daniel's wife actually, was asking, she posed the question, how many types of Oreos do you think they've made since the beginning? So as our last game, guys, how many types of Oreos do you think they've made since Oreos were first created?
Are we doing Cthulhu rules?
Cthulhu rules.
79.
137.
I think you're right.
That is a double, or wait, hold on. This number is different. This one says 85. I'm seeing some different numbers. I'm going to give it to Michael. Michael, I think you win.
Well, what's the ballpark generally? Is it like
85.
high 80s?
Yeah. So around the 80s. I think I heard 70. Wow. This article says 85, and it includes such winners as caramel apple, jelly donut.
Wait, hold on. Don't ruin your next food flop.
That's true.
Some of them a mystery.
That's true. We'll get into this.
There's a lot to unpack there.
Well, that concludes this episode of Food Flop Funambulism Cereal Edition. Congratulations, Michael, on your well-deserved win.
Thanks.
And good news, we're starting a new streak of Noah not winning a game. No! No!
Did I win last week? I don't think I did.
I thought you did.
Let's consult the Discord. Oh, yeah, I think I did.
Yeah, I didn't win anything last week.
That's right.
Then I need to react with the correct emote. I just put Noah with the shotgun as the emote.
Oh. From another video that we was on my YouTube channel.
That's true.
Well, thank you all so much for listening. Thank you, Noah, and thank you, Michael, for being here. Congratulations, Michael, on your victory. Congratulations to me on my victory. Noah, sorry, bud. Your time will come. You and the Chicago Cubs. It's the same sort of like how often you win, but it's okay.
It's okay. We both peaked back in 2016, so It's just how it goes.
That's true, you did. You did. But thank you all so much for listening, because you are the true winners, because we're all winners here. We will hopefully listen. No, we won't listen to you. You will hopefully listen to us next week. Yeah. See you then.
My mouse
Anyone else
just
have anything
died.
else to add? Your mouse just died?
Yeah.
Well, Michael's stuck here forever.